Hi y'all, I am Mrs. Yoko if you've not met me. I teach upper level science classes, MST 1 and MST 2. MST stands for Material Science and Technology. So we have 4 major units that we cover over the 2 classes. In MST 1, we spend most of our time talking about metals. So you get to learn how to work metal, how alloying works, how corrosion and acids and things work. Some of our major labs, we actually do what's called lost wax casting. So you get to make a ring, like a jewelry ring, from scratch. So you carve a design out of wax and then we put that in plaster and we replace it with metal, and you end up having a metal ring at the end that you created that's a one of a kind. We also do a lot of ceramic labs right at the end of the year. So one of my favorite labs makes the whole school smell like a bonfire, where we take a piece of pottery that you've created and we glaze it in a metal oxide glaze, and you take that directly out of the furnace while it's still 1,000 degrees Celsius and glowing orange, and you dump it into a bucket of newspapers and it catches on fire, and it's super fun. And you get to see your glaze actually turn back into metal. So those are 2 of the labs that the students really love, but we do almost a lab a week throughout the year, and it's just a big giant bundle of fun, and you should come join us. So in MST 2, which is Material Science and Technology 2, this class is a lot more open-ended. First of all, you have to take MST 1 to take MST 2. And if you take MST 1, you have to get an 80% in your semester grades for both semesters to be able to take MST 2. The other challenge of MST 2 is it's only offered 1 hour a day. So if you're a 3-hour block kid, sometimes it's really hard to fit it in your schedule. But typically this class has less than 10 students in it, and we do really large projects. I don't really give tests. It's mostly going to be project grades and completion grades, things like that. But we spend almost an entire quarter learning to do Vex robotics. So we played Capture the Flag, where they had to build a robot that has a claw on it, and they had to design the rules for a Capture the Flag game. And then they went against other teams in the room to run around and pick up these little, what they call buckyballs, and return them to their side without getting tagged. So we had ways to turn the robots on and off. It was very fun. One of our other really big projects is you learn how to make stained glass. So you learn how to solder, cut glass, grind glass, all of that kind of jazz. That's what actually we're in the middle of, usually at the beginning of the year, and then we do the robotics later in the year. We do 3 or 4 more large projects, but those are kind of the highlights of the year. So come join us. You gotta take MST 1 first, but then you can spend a whole nother year with me in MST 2.